Ms. Mayo, you're here today because you filed a paternity suit against Mr. Brown, who you claim is your 2-month-old fraternal twins, Chloe and Carter's biological father. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
You say when today's results prove your case, you want him to pay you $1,000 for half of the child rearing expenses.
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Brown, you say the only reason Ms. Mayo is claiming you're the father is because she's trying to trap you and she's desperate to be with you. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, so Ms. Mayo, you're suing for child rearing expenses. What has Mr. Brown done for your twins thus far?
Nothing at all. Everything they got from before I even had them, I have bought. Mr. Brown have bought not one thing that you can think of. Everything came out of my pocket or my mom or my dad.
Not one thing?
Not one thing. Nothing at all.
Mr. Brown, is that true?
Yes, Your Honor.
Why is that?
Because I don't believe they my children.
I don't know why you feel like that, and you know they're yours, bro. I don't know why you feel like that, and you already know.
For one, I feel like she trapped me.
I never trapped you. How did I trap you? I didn't want to have no child with you.
So why,
I wish I would have never got pregnant.
Why was you messing with me from the beginning? Why was you messing with me from the beginning?
Because at first we was friends. Why you putting on the show? Before any of this happened, we was friends. We was cordial. Like, I was doing stuff for you. You was doing stuff for me and my kids. Wrong or right?
Right.
Say if it was Monday. If I didn't see him Monday, I knew for a fact I was going to see him Tuesday. Right. From the first night when we had sex, we didn't use a condom.
So
Every day we had sex, we never used a condom.
So if she seen me Monday and she ain't see me Tuesday, that's a whole gap.
You right, but at
that's
the same
a 24-hour
time, I was
gap
talking
for her
to
to do
no one
what?
but you, and you know that.
So you feel like were you having protected sex or unprotected?
We had unprotected sex.
All right.
Every time, not one time did we use a condom.
And so what you're saying is you were having a sexual relationship, you weren't using protection, but you believe she was also sleeping with other people.
Yeah, that could be the case.
Were you having sex with anybody else, Miss Mayo?
No.
That's what they all say.
Take me back. I want to understand the nature of this relationship. What was this about? You all were just having sex for sport or what?
Yeah, that's what it was.
Basically. But basically, we
So-
was friends. No, don't even. We was friends. We've been best of friends until Cedric really.
Best of friends?
Yes, we have been. Before all this happened, we was friends.
Man,
So
we
you
was
wasn't
friends.
helping me take care of my kids. The kids did
Yeah.
not. We weren't friends.
was
Making
doing
sure
all-
I
I was
got to
doing
work.
all that,
Making
but-
sure this.
Wait a minute.
Come on now.
He was helping you take care of your other kids.
Yes. Making sure I got to work. Make sure I had gas in my truck. Make sure I had.
That sounds like you were a
make sure
couple
I
to
had
me.
Everything.
No, that's the type of person I am. If
Oh,
You're just kind-hearted.
Yeah, I'm a kind-hearted person. That's the type of person I am.
Okay, so you all admit you weren't in a committed relationship.
No, we weren't.
Not even dating. You just having sex and he's helping you take care of your kids.
Yes, basically.
That's new, Ron. That's new. That's new.
It's situationship.
It's a situationship.
Yeah, situationship. Yeah.
That's a new.
Yeah.
Now that's a new word.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so tell me, what was the situationship when she told you she was pregnant?
He left. He blocked me on everything.
okay.
Blocked me on Facebook. Blocked me on Instagram.
Okay,
removed
look,
everything.
can we take
Just
it
started
back?
talking to me.
I'm saying, can we
Just
take?
started block my mama. I wrote his mama on.
You blocked her mama too, Mr. Brown?
I
all
wrote his
that.
mama on Facebook.
All that.
He wrote back talking
All
about don't
that.
inbox my mama. But if I feel like your mama should have stepped up and said something.
I want to go back to the moment you told him. What was your response from that point on?
Prior to all that, prior to her being pregnant and all that, I stated from the beginning, I don't want no children. I don't want no child.
Okay, you didn't want no children. You could have used the condom, correct?
Okay. We had a talk. I told her to go get on birth control.
Lies.
Okay.
You never told me that.
We gon' from the birth control, one day, I'm at her house, we just kicking it. You know what I mean? She tell me to come in the room, I come in the room. She present me with all type of documents, medical documents, stating that she can't have no children. That she can't have children or none of that, how her last child was never supposed to be here. How the doctor told her that she would never have children again. So when she presented me with all this, I feel like I'm in a safety net. I got a safety zone, like, okay, she can't have children.
Oh.
Right.
So she comes in with all this paperwork.
Showing
Telling
me
you, I can't have any children.
How she almost died, having her last child, and he was never supposed to be here.
Lies.
Come on, man, you know that's the truth.
So did you show him this paperwork, Miss
No.
Keep it real.
I am keeping it real. You keep it real.
Man, you gonna sit here and lie
Lies.
to these folks?
No, that is a lie. That is a lie. That's a straight up lie.
So you never told him
No.
that you couldn't have children?
No.
we
You
do a
never
lie
showed him
detector?
any paperwork?
Can we do
No.
a lie detector test too?
No. That's a lie.
Oh, so that's why when you say, I think she trapped me, you think she gave you this paperwork to show you she couldn't have children as like a get out of protected sex free card.
Trap you. You ain't got
listen,
nothing for nobody else, no kids, bye.
on many occasions we done had this conversation. I don't want no children. She supposed
But if
to,
you didn't
she
want no
told me,
children,
she
why
had
you
done
didn't
told
use
me.
no
She
Did he
condom, right?
communicate to you, Miss Mayo, that he didn't want any children?
Yes, but at my point, why you didn't use no condom? You don't want no children.
Man, because you showed me them papers. Why
Man,
would
I
I
didn't
lie?
show
Why would I
you
lie
nothing.
about? Why would
I
I
didn't
lie
show-
about
okay.
papers? Like what?
Okay.
what
So
am I getting?
clearly,
You ain't lied about.
listen,
Come on, you lied about stupid stuff. Come on.
Come on,
Mr.
man.
Brown, you all understand that having safe sex is not just about pregnancy. That's not the only issue. I mean, you can die from contracting diseases, and yet you all still decided you were going to have sex without protection.
Yes.
Worst mistake of my life.
Mine too, because I hate them.
If you want more episodes of Paternity Court, make sure to subscribe and click on the notification bell. Tell me why you're standing in court today saying that you're positive you're not the father, and that's why I haven't done anything for these twins, because Miss Mayo is right. It's not, I mean, taking care of one child is expensive. Twins?
Because she.
What happened to kind-hearted Mr. Brown?
Because I didn't want this. I stated this from the
Well, they
beginning.
here
I don't
now.
want
It
no
ain't what you
children.
want. They
This
here
was her
now.
whole
They
plan
here
from the
now.
beginning.
So
Her
it
whole
don't
plan
matter.
from the beginning was to have kids
No,
by
that
me.
was not. Who are
Come
you?
on, man.
Cedric,
Stop
what do you
playing.
have? Like,
Stop
come on,
playing.
you tell me something. My fault.
You can
Come on,
front. You
Frank,
can front in front of these
Yeah,
folks,
you
but you know
right.
what's going
Okay.
on for real.
All right.
She
Do you
knew
have
this.
any other proof that she was having sex with anyone else?
When I first met her, she had sex with me on the first night. So how I'm supposed to view that? Come on.
So what is your doubt exactly?
They don't look like me for one. I got very
They run
distinct
mine.
features.
So come on, everybody in America knows that when
Your
newborns
Honor,
are born,
Your Honor.
they don't look like no
Your Honor,
one.
can I go to?
They don't even look like me.
Can I go to the easel?
Oh, you have an exhibit?
Yes, can I go
Please
to the
step
easel and
over.
show you?
Yes, I'd like to see it.
Wonder what this is.
Okay, this me. As you can see, I got very thick eyebrows. This is a distinct feature
They
of
were
me.
just born. Look at
Okay.
Chloe's eyebrows. Look
This
at
me.
Chloe right now.
This me. Thick eyebrows. This them.
Okay.
That's them.
Well, they 2 months old. They don't even have time to
But I
grow
told him.
that many eyebrows yet.
Right.
The son, he got an M hairline, which is hereditary. I got a straight hairline.
It don't
My
matter.
father
my
got a
other son
straight
got
hairline.
A hairline like that.
My father
So,
got a straight hairline. So how do he have an M hairline? That's hereditary. That comes from whoever the father is.
Which is you. You act like they gotta have everything that you have. They just 2 months. They don't look like no one.
And twins don't run in my family.
But they run in mine. Excuse me, let me stop you. Twins is a generation in my family. My brother got a set of twins. My auntie, it started later from my great-grandmother. Twins run in my family.
Mr. Brown, I've given you an opportunity to really explain your doubt here. I got eyebrows and a hairline.
Right. And my name, why? If I'm the alleged father, why she didn't name me as the father on the birth certificate?
Because let's answer this question. What have you done? Was you at the hospital?
I'm not
Do you
gonna do
deserve it?
Well, Miss Mayo, hold on.
Yes.
I think that now Mr. Brown has come back to the courtroom and he's asking a valid question. If I am the father, why wasn't I named as father?
Because he wasn't there. I mean, for what? You already blocked me. Man,
Okay.
did I have your number? Who else's number you
What
blocked?
you
He
need
blocked
my
my
number
sister's
for?
number. I cannot
Everybody.
call him.
'Cause you
He blocked my
aggravated.
mama
You're
number.
aggy.
You right, because
You're
you need to help take
aggravating.
care of these twins. You
You're
right, I'm going to be
aggravating.
aggravated. I'm going to blow your phone apart. You right.
So all while you're pregnant with the twins, you can't get in touch with him.
No, because he blocked my whole family. And I tried to write his mama to let her know what was going on. She could have been a woman and told her son to do something, but she didn't even do that much. It don't matter. You should have gave your phone. Okay, yeah, you
she
right.
had me her phone and said, ask me who is up. Man, that's nobody. Block her.
So he blocked me. That shows you what type of guy he is.
I can't get over the irony. I mean, really, Ron. I mean, before you get pregnant, you all are friends and you're
Yes.
helping one another out and you're
Yes.
communicating. He's
Yes.
helping you with your children. You're helping him out. And then you get pregnant and now he's doing nothing.
Nothing at all. He
And
don't
now
even
you
know-
have no communication.
He don't even know what's going on with Chloe.
Because-
Chloe was born deaf, can't hear. He don't know that. He don't know nothing. My child can't hear at all.
And that's my fault.
Man, you can at least be there. I'm here with them 24/7 by myself. My child is deaf, can't hear nothing at all. And you ain't doing nothing.
Man, listen.
When you find out today, are you gonna help do this? Are you gonna help do that? I gotta take sign language class. Do you know, man, you don't understand what I go through. 6 o'clock in the morning, all the way till it's time for them to lay down. I got them by myself, at the house, by myself, no help. Well, my sister there, she gotta go to work, so she leave. So when she there, I still had them by myself. You know how hard it is changing diapers back to back to back, feeding them back to back to back.
Not gonna be
doing
there.
all this.
We still not
see,
together.
I'm glad you said that. I'm glad you don't have to be there. But at the end of the day, you gonna take care of them. You gonna do what you're supposed to do. I'm gonna get it one way or another.
That's a whole thing, man. That's a whole thing.
What's her whole thing?
That's a whole thing. I got text messages saying she gonna ruin she gonna make
my
life to live in hell.
And I got expenses from everything that I have bought from.
Let me see that evidence, Ron. What is this evidence, Miss Mayo?
My expenses from what I have bought.
It's upsetting you that he's denying.
Yeah, it's upsetting that I got to sit there and raise 2 babies by myself. I'm 23 years old. You know how hard it is having 2 babies? I wish this on no one.
This is why we, in this court, when we try to talk to young women, just like yourself, when you laying down with any old body, they've made no commitment to you. You're not married, you're not in a relationship, nothing. And this is a hard thing that I have to tell young girls. If he hasn't said he wants you, why would you expect for him to say he wants children with you?
You're right.
It is a lot. I had my child when I was almost 40 years old, and I'm telling you, some days I didn't know whether I was coming or going. And I look at you at 20-something years old, with 2 babies, one with a special need. I can only imagine, but I don't want you to speak negatively over your children. I never want you to do that as a mother. You understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Now, I want to understand what you presented to court today.
Okay, that's my expenses, like from their car seats, they strollers, clothes, bibs, everything.
And you've been doing this by yourself?
Yes, ma'am. There's formula. They both on different milk. So Carter formula is more expensive than Chloe's, because Carter was in the NICU for 4 weeks. So they put him on another type of formula, which is like $32 a can.
Understood. So we've got clothes, baby needs, milk, toiletries, totaling $2,000, which is why you're suing Mr. Brown for $1,000, because he would be responsible for half if he's in fact the biological father.
Yes, Your Honor.
On top of that, Ms. Mayo, you've also submitted to the court projected medical expenses for Chloe will be, because you said she was born deaf.
Yes.
And so she's going to need support in the form of education. You're going to need special education classes to learn how to sign. You spoke about that. Hearing aid, and also an implant surgery.
Yes, Your Honor.
These expenses total $216,550, almost $250,000 to support this beautiful little girl. And this is just a piece. And I can see that it hurts you and it concerns you. Mm-hmm. And look, let's be honest, it's scary.
Very scary.
And now—
You don't even know that. He just finding this out today. You think he cared? No.
I care when I hear the results.
Look, you the one set up in here when you came in here talking about, I'm just a kind person, Your Honor. Her other children, I just helped her out. So you're trying to tell me now that you have no empathy or compassion?
I got compassion
for a young child that's born and can't hear?
Yeah, I got
and potentially,
I got compassion.
And this mother that used to be your friend and help you out is up against these type of expenses and challenges raising the children?
Show you what type of man he is, because he don't care. He don't care.
Yeah.
Ms. Mayo, I have to ask you this before I go to the results. Mr. Brown's been honest about the fact that he just feels like he's unsure because you all had sex so quickly, unprotected. Well, she might have done it with somebody else. Is there anybody else?
No. No.
All right, let's go to the results. Ron, I'm ready.
Your Honor.
Because the twins are fraternal, that basically means that they are like siblings born at the same time. So we had to perform 2 separate DNA tests. Do you understand? These results were prepared by DNA Diagnostics, and they read as follows. Do you want to watch Paternity Court on TV? Go to paternitycourt.tv to find your local listings. In the case of Mayo versus Brown, when it comes to 2-month-old Carter Mayo and 2-month-old Chloe Mayo, It has been determined by this court, Mr. Brown, you are the father.
What you gonna do now?
Man, you know I'm gonna take care of my children, man. Come on, man.
We'll see.
Well, let me say this before we adjourn. Mr. Brown, these are your biological children.
Yeah, I know that now.
All right? So you know that now for certain.
Yeah.
Because of that, you are required by law to take care of them.
I'm gonna take care of
Financially,
my children.
and you also have the legal right to see them and be involved in their life. Ms. Mayo came to court suing for $1,000. That's half of the child rearing expenses. She presented evidence, and you, in fact, owe her that. For that reason, judgment is for the plaintiff for $1,000. You understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
I want to talk to you both in my chambers because this situation is serious. And I want to make sure you understand that she's going to need your help with these babies. And you're going to need to step up. Mr. McElroy, you are here today because you say the laws of space and time dictate that it would have been impossible for you to have fathered your ex-girlfriend's 6-month-old baby Roger. You've not only brought your own mother as a witness, but you've also brought the defendant's mother to help you prove your case. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Ms. Zeighami, you say you know for a fact that Mr. McElroy fathered your son no matter what your mother says. You state Mr. McElroy is the only man you slept with during the time of conception, and you intend to prove paternity today. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
So, Mr. McElroy, why do you say it's impossible that you're baby Roger's father?
Well, Your Honor, we were in a different state, in all honesty. She was in Texas while the date's conceived that the doctor told me. And everybody says that he doesn't look like me. My friends, my family, and her family have told me to get a paternity test. And I don't believe I'm the father because of that.
So you believe during the window of time Roger was conceived, you all were in 2 different states?
Completely different states. Iowa, Texas, multiple different states apart.
All right, so Ms. Zeighami, I mean, this is pretty strong allegations here. How does the denial make you feel?
I mean, that is his son. There could be no possible way because I didn't sleep with my ex.
I see how emotional you are.
That's his baby.
And it hurts you because?
Everybody denies him. I mean, I went to my ex's around Christmas and everybody's like, tell us the truth, and it's bad, it looks bad on me, and I'm tired of it. Because that is his son.
And now Mr. McElroy, his mother, and your mother are all saying that this is not Mr. McElroy's baby.
It is.
So, Mr. McElroy, how did we get here? What happened?
Well, we started dating in Texas, and we moved up to be with my mom. And things were going awesome, and then she wanted to go to Texas, but I found it kind of weird she wanted to go to Texas right before Valentine's Day. She left on February 11th, and she came back on the 18th. And like everybody remembers it being a week.
No, I
You
didn't.
actually submitted a timeline to the court. You may step up to the monitor.
This is Mejgan's conception timeline. February 11th, she leaves for Texas, which is kind of weird because we just got in a fight and she left to go see some family, which is okay because I had no reason to doubt her at that point. We were doing really solid in our relationship. She comes back February 18th. Everything's acting, she's just weird. Everything's changed. We went from having sex every day to like 3 times every 2 weeks.
So let me ask you this. Was her ex in Texas?
Yes, her ex lives in Texas.
Ah.
But on February 27th, we found out that she was pregnant, which is also weird because after a surgery, we were told that there was literally no chance of having a baby whatsoever, not a chance.
Okay.
So, the window of conception is 12 to the 14th, which is kind of weird because she was in Texas, I was in Iowa. Those are the dates she
So
was in
those are the
Texas.
dates she was in Texas where her ex is.
Yes.
That's problematic.
A little bit.
You may step back to the podium. I mean, when those numbers come up, you just go, bingo. There's paternity doubt.
Yeah. And everybody says he doesn't look like me. He looks like his sister, who doesn't look like her mother. And I'm sick of it. I really am, and everybody's filling me with doubt. At first, I didn't doubt it at all because I was so excited, and I was there for 3 days with him. I was there through his first shots, and the snip.
And so, did you sign the birth certificate?
I did. Yeah, I was so proud, and I named him after my grandpa, Roger Lyle.
All right. So, Mom, Miss Hayveld, you're of the opinion that this is not your son's biological child.
Just because of the time frame is the only reason I have questioned it the whole time. I don't believe either of them have ever questioned. I believe that I and Lisa have been a little bit more persistent in the questioning of the paternity of the baby.
And when you say Lisa, that is?
Mej's mother.
So, Ms. Zeighami.
Yes, Your Honor.
You also are doubtful that Roger is Mr. McElroy's child.
No, he looks nothing like Jordan.
Does he look like the ex?
Yes.
So, Ms. Hayveld?
Well, the question of doubt comes from the fact that they were constantly breaking up.
Yes.
They were together, then they were apart, then they were together, then they were, just constantly.
Fighting and, yeah.
And then the last time that Jordan went to Texas, I even had called Lisa to have her go check and make sure that Jordan wasn't in Texas, because we as parents were tired of the oil and water.
So as mothers, you were concerned about the instability of the relationship and the fact that it seemed like these two young people couldn't figure it out, weren't getting along, breaking up, making up, and logically you're thinking, and what's going on in between time?
Exactly.
So, Mr. McElroy, how do you find out that Ms. Zeighami saw her ex when she was in Texas?
Well, I called her mom, Your Honor.
So what did her mother tell you?
Her mother told me that they were running around for a little bit.
Oh. So, Ms. Zeighami, you spilled the beans that your daughter was out running around with her ex for a while.
She told me that she was with her ex. Yes, Your Honor.
So do you think your daughter would actually cheat on Mr. McElroy?
No, Your Honor. I trust Meji 100%. I love her from the bottom of my heart. But I just know when you're mad, when you get upset or something, you might do something stupid. I know it's really hard for me to see my own daughter go through this.
So, Ms. Zeighami, I have to ask you, did you just slip up and do something you later regret and you just haven't had the courage to admit it? Were you intimate with your ex while you were in Texas?
No, Your Honor. See, the thing is, I might have went through that with my ex, but his mom was there. What am I gonna do in 5 minutes of being around his mom,
Speaking of your ex's mother, she submitted a statement.
Yes, Your Honor.
It reads, "I believe my son is Roger's dad." The week Megan was here, she came and picked him up. Megan said, her and my son didn't sleep together, but I don't believe her. The biggest mistake they made was trying to reconcile their relationship. It only caused more problems, and now a baby. That's a statement from the mother of Ms. Zeighami's ex.
Your Honor.
So I'm going to remind you that you are in court now. Your ex's mother has sent a statement to this court indicating she believes Roger is her grandchild.
The person that wrote that, around Christmas time, I saw her. She said, "Please tell me the truth, please tell me the truth. They look alike, they look alike." And I promise you, that my son is not my ex's.
So your ex's mom, your mom, and Mr. McElroy's mom all have it wrong.
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. McElroy, you don't seem to be buying this.
I'm really trying to get to the bottom of this, though, because I really don't believe he's my son because of the conception dates. You know, really, you were in Texas when the conception date was going on. So
You had the dates wrong.
no, the doctor, we have them on
Okay.
paper, but you were in Texas.
The dates are wrong. You know I left on the 12th at nighttime.
Then how does everybody
And
else
we had
say that
sex
you were
on the
there for a week?
17th
How
of
does
February.
everybody else
Remember
say
when
that
we
you
were
there
drunk?
for a week? You were there for a week, though.
Whatever. You're telling people a whole week, and this is what you put in your
Yeah,
head.
11 to the 18th.
Okay,
12th to the
so those
14th.
dates that you chose out.
You were still there the 12th.
Okay. Your Honor, my conception date has changed multiple times with the doctor. So I had my surgery on the 17th. They said that's the last period. So from that conception date, they were like, okay, your due date is October 23rd. But when I went in, they said it was like 8 weeks and some odd days. They said, no, you're measuring at 6 weeks. So they changed it to Valentine's Day was my conception date.
But you were gone then. It doesn't matter which date. Like, you were gone to Texas within the vicinity. What you're saying confirms this outline of dates.
Yes, but it also changed again to when I would be due November 11th. So I don't know what date that would be for my conception date.
Right before she left, she told me I wasn't the father of the baby.
She told you that.
Yeah. Yeah.
What happened?
Wait, what?
Well, you yelled at me one time. We were sitting there arguing, and you're like, you know what? Don't worry about the kids. You're not the father. She said that to piss me off, and you know, half me believes her, half of me doesn't. You know.
Did you say that, Ms. Zeighami?
Yes, Your Honor.
Well, there we have it. Can't go back after that one. So Roger's 6 months old, precious little boy. What do you want now? It sounds like you all have had a very tumultuous relationship.
I just want my family.
Can you tell the court what it means to have your family?
I devote my life to these children. I became a father when I met her other child, not when he was born. And what that means to me is I'm always going to be around for her because I know that her dad won't. And I know that my dad wasn't, so I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to let that happen to another child. I may not be the best father, but I'm doing the best I can at 22.
This sounds like a scene from Happy TV. But if it was all happy, we wouldn't be here.
Right.
And if it all didn't matter, and the world was just gonna be perfect, whether we know or we didn't, then we wouldn't be here with
Right.
3 mothers saying, I doubt that this is Mr. McElroy's child. I mean, you may be a stand-up guy, but you're still a human being. That's gonna affect anybody.
Well, I have pictures of Jordan when he was Roger's age right now.
And so this is a picture of Mr. McElroy when he's a baby
Yes.
on the left,
Yes.
and Roger on the right.
At about the same age, yes.
And you feel like you see no resemblance.
Blonde hair, blue eyes, dark hair, dark eyes, different nose, different lips. No, I don't see any physical.
Sounds like mom.
Yes, I would agree.
I do have very dominant features. I think my son looks just like me, but I do see resemblance. I see the lips, but the thing is I have the opposite thought that she has. I think the lips and the nose look just alike, just the eyes. I have very strong eyes.
But your own mother says when she looks at the baby, she sees your ex. Isn't that right?
Yes.
Well, I don't think there's anything left to be said. I don't need to hear any more testimony. It's time for us to get the truth. Jerome, may I have the envelope? These results were prepared by DNA Diagnostics, and they read as follows. In the case of McElroy versus Zeighami, when it comes to 6-month-old Roger McElroy, it has been determined by this court, Mr. McElroy, you are the father. How does it feel to know Mr. McElroy?
It just feels like 1,000,000 pounds. It was relieved off my shoulders, and I love my family so much.